missed you guys. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Some of you guys noticed, some of you guys didn't. My aunts came into town, so I was very busy visiting with them. Anyways, how are you? Thank you so much for being here, and welcome. Let's just relax and take a big deep breath. Spirit, I'm ready to receive this message. That's all you have to say to yourself. Spirit, I'm ready to receive this message. And whatever comes through is just right for you right now. Spirit, please guide and direct me with these cards for a beautiful message for the sign of Pisces, the isolated fish. Boy, do you guys love isolation. Do you ever think why? Why does Pisces love isolation? Why? Well, even if you're not in the 12th house, Pisces in the 12th house represents people that love to be away from major groups, people that don't want to deal with enemies, problems. They're very intuitive, they're very psychic, so they pick up on people's issues. A lot of Pisces people are very good at being empathic. And, you know, they just personally don't feel like being around other people's dramas or issues. Because what tends to happen with Pisces, they take on other people's baggage. So Pisces, if you ever notice yourself taking on other people's issues for yourself, that's why, and that's kind of what's happening. Just very empathic, very much taking on other people's dramas for yourself, trying to fix it, trying to heal it, trying to problem solve, give them answers. You know, Pisces are like, you know, I have the last and final word. They can be known as the fighter fish also. So Pisces people tend to be pretty good at debates or arguments, and they generally tend to like to have the last word in a conversation or an argument. So a lot of people like to kind of keep their distance from Pisces. All right, so I'm going to be using this one. The Secret Language of Light, Transmissions for Your Soul. I've had this for a few years, and I used it back in the day, but I haven't used it as of lately. But you know what? It was calling my name for Pisces. So I do feel like Pisces people feel very psychic right now. Ooh, that one wants to come out. You guys are feeling very intuitive and very psychic. Very much on your sixth sense energy, right? So let's see what's going on with the language of light. What kind of downloads are you receiving? What's going on with you? Hi, Karen. So we have the number 19, transformation for Pisces. It's kind of like the death card. Pisces is undergoing some major changes about your personality, about the way you see things, about your place in this world and what you want to do in this world. Pisces is always changing. Very flowy like water. If they make a decision, they don't usually stick to that decision. And the reason why, hi April, good morning. The reason why Pisces people don't tend to stick to their decisions and they tend to flutter through different things is all their watery energy. They are the swimming fish, so they're always flowing wherever their emotions take them. So Pisces, don't feel bad if you decide that you're going to do something and then next month you tell yourself, you know what, I don't want to do that thing. I want to do something else. And don't feel bad if people start saying to you, Pisces, I don't really want to believe you. Because every time you say you're going to do something, you don't do it. It's not that you don't do it, it's that you're changing too fast. And other people just can't keep up with the changes that Pisces goes through. Pisces is constantly transforming, constantly evolving, okay? So if you notice that about yourself and other people tend to be kind of behind you, that's why. So these beautiful Pisces, isolated little fish are on another level, okay? And they're always in their own world. They're usually in dream state or fantasy. They're excellent dream interpreters. Pisces people are very obviously psychic, intuitive. They're excellent healers. They're always looking at Virgo, 1-7. They make excellent healers, doctors, lawyers. They'd be very good in military. But they're very much in their own world. So anyways, you are transforming and evolving again. And there may be some people around you right now just like, Pisces, what's wrong with you? Can't you just stick to what you said? No, the answer is no. And anyone that expects a Pisces to be Earth and stick with something, you're in for a very rude surprise. Okay? You've been waiting for this? Hi, Kate. Well, I've been waiting for you guys. I missed you. So anyways, there is somebody around you that's like, oh, brother, Pisces changed their mind again. They're on a whole new like diet, or they're on a whole new work idea transformation, or, you know, they're evaluating their life again, or they're redecorating their house again, and people are like, ah, Pisces. It's okay, Pisces. I get you. Okay? The next card we have that came out for you is the variance. Number 39. And I'm really not too clear on what this card is about. But looking at the image, I see a woman and her higher self. And I see the line across, which is between two worlds. So I do feel like you are between two worlds. And I think you feel torn. There's a part of you that wants to do something different. And there's a part of you that wants to stay attached to a specific person or situation. So you kind of are going through a tug of war in your heart right now. Maybe you really want to be retired, but you also really want to go all in your career and do this. So you're feeling torn. Maybe you really want to do art, but there's a part of you that really wants to finish doing, you know, landscaping. I don't know. But there's just this torn between two worlds. You might even be torn between two lovers for some of you, but mostly, besides that, it's for very few of you. A lot of you are just torn between two worlds. Let's go ahead and read that one. Pisces North Node here. Hey, everybody. Hi, Angela. So Pisces, the differing perceptions of the ego and the soul. And I know Pisces can go deep, so you're going to totally love this deck because everyone else likes quick little obvious answers. Pisces is a deep thinker. They like to go deep in the depth. Let's do it. So the different perceptions of ego and soul. Today, you may not feel like yourself, Pisces. You and your soul are looking at the same thing, but seeing it completely differently. Your emotions and your reactions are a combination of your thoughts and your soul's thoughts. And when they don't align, you kind of feel wobbly. Variance is a way of explaining the wobble. When you have the same perspective as your soul, everything feels right. They may seem satisfactory and easy, but Pisces, no limiting beliefs or patterns are triggered. But there is a feeling that all is well. Your soul will never join you in judgment, blame, or hurt, because it is not the truth of you. It is not the perspective of love. How you feel reveals how aligned you are with your soul. If you are experiencing something right now that doesn't feel quite right, take a breath and come back to your center. You will begin to feel better and inspired to navigate your inner radar and be ready to receive your soul's transmissions. There's some inspired reflections and actions to look at below. Be willing to see beyond your point of view. Don't believe everything you think. Be mindful of the thoughts you choose to participate with. Are they a help or a hindrance in creating peace, love, or dream reality? And dream reality, by the way, is where people are living their dreams, which is a very real thing. Learn about culture or religion you know nothing about. Knowledge is power, and it removes fear. If you're going to do any journal work, identify and name the parts of your mind that try to take over you. Ergo, worry, overprotective mothers, anger, hurt, etc. Then tell them to be quiet. Once you name them, you will be able to more often recognize them and more in control of them when they rise up. Sorry about that, guys. I had a glitch go on. Anyways, Pisces. So you're definitely, you know, one of the best psychologists in the world is Pisces. Pisces people, they understand psychology. They understand. They understand people with multiple personalities. They understand people with voices. They understand people with emotional distress. They can go into their Akashic records. Pisces people can go into their mind and visualize what they're seeing. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez? In that movie, she gets hooked up to a machine and she psychologically, spiritually goes into that person's dreams or nightmares. For people that are in a coma or people that are just, you know, unconscious for whatever reason. And she's able to go there, okay? And anyways, that kind of, for me, feels very Pisces. So you're able to go there in people's dreams, in other people's realities, which is very hard to do. So we have a very deep thinker and someone that has the perspective of another. So you can be a mirror. Pisces people tend to be mirrors. You can definitely show another person what they're feeling and usually express yourself. The reason I think you come across as the fighter fish is because you will fight. And much like the beta, I have a beta fish. But beta fish, not denouncing the name, because honestly, beta fish are not even betas. They're all alphas. They are all alphas. They cannot get along with even their other breed, like the same breed, whatever you call it, okay? You can't put two betas together. Even male or female, two betas cannot be together in the same tank. They're territorial and they will fight. And they'll kill the other fish. And if you put other smaller fish in there, 9 times out of 10, they're going to kill them too. So they love isolation. Humans would see that and go, how sad. This fish is all alone. This fish is all alone in this tank. They've got no companion. How can they be happy? Well, that's ironic because Pisces people are very happy in isolation. No, you can have 2 males together. Well, I did that. I got 2 beautiful males and I put them in the tank and they started just attacking each other. So now I've got 2 tanks. I had an orange neon and a yellow neon beta males. They did not go together well. No, I think the pet guy told me you'd have to have like a 40-gallon tank to put 2 betas together and be happy because they want their own space. They want their own turf. And they, at the PetSmart and stuff, they sell these beta tanks with a divider. So you can have a tank with a little divider right down the middle and you can put, you know, them in the same tank but with a divider. And they won't hurt each other. So anyways, it was hilarious. Anyways, back to this Pisces situation. It's recommended that you don't have them together. Someone is like really adamant about making sure they can be together. But if you go to PetSmart, they'll tell you not to. If you go to PetSmart or something, they'll give you a divider tank. So to each their own. Anyways, I'm sticking with this for the Pisces reading here. Beta fish ideally like isolation and they like to be alone. They don't want to cozy up and cuddle with the next fish. They definitely are territorial, and they're beautiful. And that to me reminds me of Pisces. And so I definitely feel like you are the lone fish. You are the one that likes to be in your tank alone, in isolation. You don't want anyone to come into your space. You don't want to be bothered because you're thinking deeply, okay? You're definitely going through this energy of, I need to have peace. I need to go inside myself. I need to dream. I need to fantasize. I need to understand my dreams. I need to understand my interpretations. And yeah, if I misread you, well, we're still in the tail end of Mercury retrograde, so sorry. There's going to be misunderstandings for the next couple weeks, but that's okay, and I apologize if I did. All I read was you can, not you can't. All I read was UCAN, can put two males together. That's all I read. I'm sorry if I misunderstood something. All right, so we're going to go into the number 19 transformation. And it's funny that we have that little misunderstanding because my mom is a Pisces, and she definitely is high energy, and she can misunderstand communication often. And that reminds me of my mom. She's super picky when it comes to communication. And if I say something, she's immediately all over my back about it. And we tend to get into arguments. So Pisces people do tend to have difficult relationships. I'm a Pisces moon, so I will attain to that. But Pisces people can have difficult relationships when it comes to communication because Pisces people read more into it and they may take it personally. Like just now, somebody may have taken it really personal and it may have affected them emotionally. When a Pisces person feels judged, it sends shivers down their spine, down their arms. They feel cool. They feel triggered. They feel pain almost. It's very difficult for them to communicate with people, which is why they prefer not to communicate with people, which is why they prefer to be in isolation, because when there is a misunderstanding or there is a miscommunication, it physically can give pain to the Pisces. They're very empathic, very intuitive, and very psychic. So it physically affects them, especially if they feel judged or they feel negative energy. So if there is any negative energy in the room, it's like, you know, they can sense it. Any kind of intensity, any subtle changes in the water, Pisces are very attuned to it, and they're very good at communication. And if somebody's communicating with them across the room or just on the same sofa, they're having a conversation about dreams, and something suddenly shifts in the tone of someone's voice or maybe their facial expression, or they went through a moment of like a memory, like a pain or a suffering in the retelling of their dream, Pisces picks up on it immediately, guys. Pisces is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You were just telling me something and I sensed some kind of pain behind that, or I sensed some kind of negative situation. Go more into that. Tell me more about how you're feeling. Pisces really want to know how you're feeling, and they really want to understand people at a very deep soul level. So anyways, when you're talking with Pisces, just understand you're talking to a very deep soul, and someone that processes energies like life and death, someone that processes pain and suffering, someone that processes birth and rebirth. These people are deep thinkers and major processors. So they're processing a lot of information all at once. When you're having a conversation with them, it's not like you're talking to a Taurus, or it's not like you're talking to a Gemini or, you know, a Leo that just have, you know, fun, fancy-free conversations. Pisces people are much deeper than that. And just understand that they think it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, it's the feeling behind what you said, and the reason why you said it. They've already processed several different pieces of the entire conversation. They don't just take it at face value. It's much more than that. And another reason why they like isolation, because they're deep thinkers. So we're going to read this transformation that Pisces is going through. Pisces, it says here, suffering is optional. Pisces, you might be experiencing another ending. You are feeling a loss as a whole or a void in your life. Excuse the crickets. Lizzie needs to eat them and be done with it. Anyways, this empty feeling is a space for something new and better. A new way will reveal itself to you very soon. Pain is something that happens to all of us, but suffering is a choice. To suffer is to believe thoughts that are not your soul truth, justifying, analyzing, and rationalizing will only further separate you from your soul's wisdom. From this state, you will blame yourself. Another or evident energy, which is feeling angry or sad, comes into focus. Instead, focus on the suffering that will only cement the ideology or belief that created it. In other words, you become what you fight against, my little fighting fish. If you don't want to become what you're fighting against, try something new. Imagine that you can create by focusing on all the beautiful aspects of your life, everything that you're good at. Focus on where your life is filled with things that make you smile. Change starts with you, and all your desires begin with a dream. Where will you place your focus tomorrow morning? Or today, because today's, it's a new day. Some inspired reflections and actions are this. Pisces, it takes the same amount of energy to be happy or sad. Your life stems from the beliefs that you practice the most. But are they helping you? Are the beliefs you focus on helping you at this time? For one day, don't assume anything about anyone or anything. Even if you have experienced a person or situation many, many times before. Pisces, spend a few moments checking in with what you think is true. And then ask yourself, is this what I think really true? Seek clarity on what you think and believe and why you believe it. Is it because something happened in the past and you feel like it would happen again? That is a belief that needs to leave because you're not living in the here and now. Read between the lines of articles, emails, or books, or even a person you're talking to. Consider their standpoint. No judgment. This is just your comprehension and understanding. And Pisces, do you hang on? Do you hang on to things from the past? These are going to be some things for you to think about. Am I believing these things for like a real good reason, or am I just hanging on for the hell of it? What's crossing Pisces today? What's crossing Pisces today? All right. This one wanted to come out, so I'm just giving it to you. So you came out with the Hanged Man first, which is the sign of Pisces. However, it's in reverse. Your perception is wrong. You think you're right. You have an ego here, Pisces. I believe something, and it is right, and it is true, and it is so, and it is just. I think there's something going on here with your belief system for sure. And it did say that in the oracles. The magician is proud, and he manifests what he wants. He takes control. Gemini, Virgo, in control. This is your soulmate also, 1-7. So this might be something to do with a relationship. You think you know someone. You think you understand someone, but you could be very wrong. You're assuming the soulmate partner has beliefs or feelings that you're correct about, but I don't think you're correct about it. I feel like you're assuming they don't love you enough, or you're assuming they don't feel a certain way about you, or you're assuming they do feel a certain way about you, but there's a misconception here. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. Virgo is your 1-7 if it is. And I definitely feel like something new is starting between the both of you. They want to dream with you. Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm getting the message now. Your person wants to dream with you and manifest with you, but you don't agree with what they want. You guys are on two separate pages. And I think that's your confliction with this reading. You're conflicted because you want to go along with your soulmate, But at the same time, you want to do your own thing, and it's different. And they're probably going to tell you, what? Again, you changed your mind? Yep. Yes, I did. And your soulmate's like, no, 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 no. We already agreed that this was going to be the way it was. And you're like, yeah, I kind of agreed to that, but fuck that right now. Pisces is seriously like, fuck that right now. I don't feel that way anymore. And your soulmate's like, oh my God, Pisces, you're driving me insane. Do you understand that? 1 minute you love me, 1 minute you hate me. 1 minute you want to manifest with me, the next minute you're thinking of, fuck you, I want to do it on my own. And Pisces is just like, you know what? I'm sorry. I go through changes. What can I tell you? But I go through ups and downs. You have to go with me or not. I don't know what to tell you. You know, this is how I work. This is how I do things. If you don't like it, you know, there's the door. Because Pisces is never attached. Pisces is always like, there's the door. There's the fucking door. And whether this is your, you know, your daughter, your son, your best friend, your coworker, your boss, your soulmate, whoever this is for you, you know, you're like, look, I'm not attached, okay? I am not attached to you or this ideal. I'm willing to move and change. Are you? And that's the beautiful thing about the evolution of Pisces. They're always transforming. I love that this card came out for you, this transforming. It's beautiful. I wish people could transform as much as Pisces because they would never feel stuck. And this is you saying, I am unstuck, because Hanged Man upright, you know, is stuck. I can't move forward. I'm not partial to this. I'm not stuck. At the same time, you're not seeing something correctly, that's for sure. But the beauty of it all is you're willing to move, okay? You're willing to do something different. And the other person is not. Spirit, please guide and direct me for what's crossing Pisces. Queen of Cups. You're so beautiful, Pisces. Queen of Cups. Pisces, you're just like, I want to move on. Can we just not fight anymore? I don't want to talk about this. I just want to fantasize and be in my world without arguing or having a disagreement. Can we do that? And the other person's like, no. Like, yes, you're going to have to. Because I'm not going to fight with you or argue with you, and it's not up for discussion. I feel the way I feel. I believe the way I believe, and I'm willing to move on and bury the hatchet. I don't want to revisit this situation. But the problem here is your person is stuck. Like, how could you just move on? How could you just move on from this? What's wrong with you? Pisces, wait a minute, hold on. I can't process this. Why? We were on a roll. We had a plan. We were doing something, and it was this way, and now you just changed. And they're like having a full-fledged out meltdown. I hope you understand. And you're like, what's your fucking problem? Okay, I changed my mind. What's the fucking problem? You know? And this person, whoever this is for you, is like, I'll tell you what the effing problem is. I do not feel like you're taking me with you. I feel like you're leaving me behind, and I can't keep up with you. And you're just like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm not sorry. The funny thing about Pisces is their sarcasm, but Pisces will always feel like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You know, I'm sorry, but that's how Pisces is. We're going to leave this here for the past. 6 of Swords. You already moved on from that shit. You're like, I've already moved on. Queen of Wands in reverse. You feel like they don't like your ego. They don't like your confidence. And definitely dealing with a Virgo energy here. The Hermit in reverse. You're not going within, are you? Oh, Pisces, I love you to death, and God, I'm a Pisces moon, and I have Pisces people, but what the fuck's going on with your brain, dude? I don't know what's going on, and I love us. I love you, but gosh dang, you're like really stuck into some kind of belief or fantasy that is not harnessed. It's not anchored into this earthly realm yet, and I think that's beautiful, but I also think it needs structure. Sometimes we can get caught up in our emotions with the Queen of Cups way too much. Like sometimes Pisces feelings will be so hurt over the littlest thing. I'm going to give you an example. You can be having dinner and you're not hungry. You're like, oh, I had some wine and cheese. I'm not hungry. Everyone else is starving. And they're like, so what's for dinner? And you're like, I don't know. What the fuck are you doing at my house at dinner time? Why am I supposed to feed you? Why are you looking at me? Fend for yourself. And, you know, your person's like, well, this is your house. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to just start cooking your food in your kitchen. So I'm asking you, out of respect, what's going on? And Pisces is like, seriously? Have what you want. But then they act annoyed about it. And so the person's like, well, you said I could have what I want, but your facial expression and your energy says the complete fucking opposite. What do you want from me, dude? Where can I go? And Pisces is like annoyed at this point, just like, seriously? Wow, I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Do you think that I don't care if you're fed? That's offensive to me. You know, so Pisces has all these offensiveness energies. I'm offended that you think I don't care about you. I'm offended that you think I care so much about my kitchen. I'm offended. And then the person says, okay, well, I'm going to start cooking, spaghetti. And then Pisces is like, clean up your mess. It better be clean. The whole floor, everything, the counters, the pans, the pots, the floor. Don't forget to wipe the counters, everything. I expect this really cleaned up. And you're like, okay, I'll do it. And then Pisces seems okay, like, okay. They smile at you, and then they walk away and disappear in their room for like 3 fucking hours. And you're like, where did Pisces go? And basically, Pisces put Pisces in timeout because Pisces is like, if I don't shut my mouth and just go have some alone time, because God knows I need it, I'm going to bite someone's head off. Or I'm going to make an ass of myself. So I need some alone time because all you people are driving me mad. You know, because Pisces is in their own world, in their own realm. And they're super sensitive. And so that could happen. And that, you know, that's just an example. It's just a silly example. But, this sounds like the fights I have with my ex from Eat Me. Oh, God, it could totally happen. Because Pisces is in their own mind. And they're like, can't you read energy like I can? Can't you interpret? Can't you see what the energy of the home is? Can't you pick up on what I'm feeling? But the answer, Pisces, is no. And me as a tarot card reader, I feel like I need to express that to you. The answer is no. And feel the energy the way you do. Not the way you do. They feel and interpret energy, but it's just not the way you do. And anyways, I just think you should understand that other people around you may be highly emotional and affected by you. You're not trying to be that way, but it is happening that way. They feel like you're high energy, but really you're just in deep thought. And it feels like you're walking around all day in deep thought. So you have a lot going on in your mind. Ideas about work and money, ideas about family, ideas about art and passion, ideas about romance, ideas about life and death, ideas about what is the meaning of life, ideas about what can you do to better connect to spirit. So you're kind of a walking encyclopedia and a walking dictionary right now, processing information. And, you know, you're kind of deep in thought, almost like a trance state. And so as you process your little life with other people, you're always in deep, thought, I guess is the best word. It is. And other people around you are just like trying to understand. The overall energy is you're too much in thought. You're overthinking. You're too much withdrawn. And other people want you to come out of hiding. They want you to come out of being withdrawn. They want you to engage. But you're trying to not engage. You're working on it, but this is, I don't feel comfortable around other people. And maybe you're working your way through some anxiety. Maybe some of you guys have PTSD that you're not aware of. Maybe it's from emotional distress in early childhood. Maybe it's from problematic abusive relationships. Maybe it's from war, whatever this could be. But there is some signals here for me as a reader saying, hey, PTSD. There's some stuff going on here. Or maybe it's just simple Pisces energy. You don't feel comfortable around a lot of people for too long. Either way, these people are wanting you to engage, especially a Cancerian probably around you and a like water sign. It could be a Scorpio as well, or a mutual Pisces. But there's a mutual water sign, could be a mother, daughter, sister, or something like that, that says Pisces engage. But you're like, I need to disengage. You don't understand my thoughts. I'm going to start thinking bad things, and I don't want to feel that way. So that's part of what's been going on. Recent past is you just don't feel very comfortable around them, and you just want to disengage for the better for all, because you don't want to argue and you don't want to fight. But there's someone that seems to want to pick an argument, and that kind of feels like a soulmate. It doesn't have to be. But this Gemini Virgo, they're like kind of picking at the scab. They're like, what's wrong with you? What are you trying to heal? What are you trying to cover? Where are you going? And you're like, God, I need some space. You don't understand. I need some time out. Okay? I can't, you know, just doesn't work that way. I need my isolation. I feel like someone does not agree with it. And I think that's your fight. You're telling them, I need personal space. I need isolation. I'm not good with people. I'm not good with people. And I think it's hard for you to finally admit that. I'm not good with people, okay? It's actually 5. But you know what I mean? And for you to admit that is really hard for you to admit. You don't want to believe that. That's why the Hanged Man is in reverse. Nope, I am good with people. I'm a people person. I work in sales. I do this, I do that. I'm good with people. No, you're not. Because you don't want to communicate with people the way they do. And it's because you're a deep thinker, deep feeler. And that's okay. It's okay to be different. Let's see what you're dealing with right now. Like, what is your current situation for Pisces? We have 8 of Pentacles. Whoops. In reverse. And then we have the Star card. So again, you're pulling in Virgo energy. Pisces, I'd be lying if I said whoever I'm reading for doesn't have Virgo somewhere in their chart. Okay? Or someone that's with a Virgo energy. I just feel it. But this is wanting to work, but not. This is retirement. This is vacation. This is freedom with the Star card, Aquarian energy. Detachment, letting go, feeling happy, feeling joyful, taking some time off. Aquarian, this is just like, I want to be at peace. I want to go and heal. I want to be one with nature. I want to be clear thinking. I want to be led by spirit. And then over here, what you're dealing with currently is work is bugging the fuck out of you, because this is why you're overthinking it. Oh, and you're just like, oh my God, can I ever get balanced? I want to be free and enjoy this earth. I don't know how much time I have. That's kind of what's going through your mind. But at the same time, there's responsibilities that I must attend to. I have to attend to daily matters. I have to attend to these things. But I really want to be free from them. I want to detach. This is your classic Pisces struggle. I want to detach from reality because I am Pisces. I am the 12th. I am the last before the new beginning. So you are about detachment. But looking away from you, 1/7 is complete attachment. Trials, tribulations, hard work, long hours, deep focus, grounded, earthy, you know, totally in this world. This is probably why we had variance, kind of being torn between 2 worlds. Part of you needs to be here on this earth, super attached, and the other part of you just wants to detach. Classic Pisces struggle. I want you guys to breathe, because that's a lot. It's a lot for a Pisces. It feels like menstrual cycle 24/7 for them. That's just how it feels. Constantly. I mean, for the ladies out there, you can know what it is to go through a menstrual cycle, and a week before it starts, you get cranky, you get thirsty, you get tired, you go through hot flashes, and then you're in it, and then you're cramping, and then you don't feel well, and then you feel more tired, and then one day you have big energy, and then the next day you don't, and then when it's over, you just want to rest, because what the fuck was all of that, you know? And everyone's looking at you like, are you psycho? No, bitch. I'm going through emotional fucking issues with the moon, okay? And people are like, God dang, Pisces, why are you psycho? You're like, you know, God dang, why can't you understand that I'm a water sign? I am highly affected by the moon and the cycles of it. Okay, if I seem like a total bitch 24/7, my apologies to you. I'm sorry my presence bugs the fuck out of you. You know, that's how Pisces feels. Male or female, it's just like, I'm sorry that my presence bothers the fuck out of you, okay? I'm just trying to live here. You know, I'm trying to deal with my emotional issues, okay? I'm trying to deal with my life and my brain and my body, and it sucks because it's hard for me. So bear with me or don't, but damn, don't criticize me. That's the last thing I need. I'm already busy criticizing myself 24/7. Oh, so Pisces is like losing it. But you're just, you know, classic struggle here. You're detached, but you're not. I'm here to help. Don't worry. I'm not just going to talk about what your struggle is. We're going to get some answers. How can we fix this? Or at least how can we help this? Because this is really hard for you. Let's get the spiritual aspect. Spirit, what do you see for Pisces? What do you think that Pisces needs to know that you acknowledge? Ooh, okay. The Devil card in reverse. Page of Swords. So Spirit says you need to learn how to let go of your demons. You want some advice from Spirit, right? What he sees. Well, Spirit says, honey, I need you to let some of this go. You have vices. Maybe it's drugs. Maybe it's drinking. Maybe it's sex. Maybe it's overthinking and over-worrying. Maybe it's bad spending habits, you know. Most of it, I think it's just mental. I think you feel stuck when you're not. I think you feel trapped when you're not. There's an illusion here. Maybe you feel like you have to be stuck to an idea with your person because you're married and they're the one who's in control. They're the ones that are more grounded. So you have to stay stuck with what they say. And it makes you feel very unbalanced. And you feel like you don't have a say. You feel like a child. Spirit's also telling me your partner makes you feel like a child, like you're ignorant, or like you're small-minded, or like you're not as educated as them, or you're not as put together. And Pisces gets a lot of shit for that because, like I said earlier, they're in and out of ideas, and they're always flowing and changing and transforming. So people will criticize the Pisces and say, you need to get your shit together and get more grounded. You need to stick to what you say, blah, blah, blah. That's not you, Pisces. And first of all, I want you to tell them that's your journey, not mine. I want you to tell them if you want to stick to something and be stuck in that belief system, by all means, go ahead. That is your path. It is not mine. You have to learn to speak up, Pisces. Page of Swords. One of your biggest struggles is communication with others. You have issues with that. It's better now to acknowledge it and work on it. You need to learn how to communicate, and you are not forced nor stuck to stay in a cycle with someone that makes you feel less than. And you need to speak up for yourself because you are brilliant. You have a different cycle. You are always changing and they're not, and that's okay. But you have to be able to tell them that. You have to be able to, with your education and knowledge and wisdom, and say, excuse me, this is how I feel. It is different than the way you feel. This is what I believe, and it's different than what you believe. We can still work this out. You just need to work on understanding a little bit. And if you understand that my cycles are always growing and changing and transforming, I think you're going to be able to better understand me, and we're going to have a better relationship. But if you think that you're going to change me, if you think that you're going to settle me down or, you know, bring me to a place of certainty and harness me with an anchor, boy, are you wrong. You will not anchor this fish. No one. No one will anchor the Pisces. And what's going to happen is if somebody pushes you into a corner enough where they make you feel like you are just as small as an ant, you're going to push them away. And there's going to be no coming back. Because once you chase this fish deep, deep into the ocean, it's going to be such a big ocean between you and them, such a big distance emotionally, that you're not going to be able to get them back. You have to understand that Pisces people work on emotions, and the space may not necessarily be physical, But you can create such a big rift with the Pisces emotionally that there's no hope. There's literally a gorge in the middle of the ocean, deeper than I can even imagine. And that will be between you and them. And to get through that, to get over that, would be almost impossible. Almost. Sometimes Pisces people can be so hurt and so pushed away that even from their own family, even from whatever, they just don't ever want to come back. And they will isolate for as long as it takes. And they'll go into a deep meditation and a deep retreat, and it could be years. I like to think of that guru, I don't remember his name, Krishna J, or J Krishna. He detached and meditated for 25 years. Completely detached from his family. He let it all go. And he didn't talk to anyone. He was just in deep meditation and silence. No TV, no electronics, no comforts of home. He just gone. And Pisces can do that. If there's anyone in the whole wide world that can go into a jungle or go into nature or go off into some space for a very long period of time by themselves, it would 100% be a Pisces. Always. Number one. Number one, number one, number one. King and queen of isolation. Because they like that. They like to be in touch with spirit, and they like to be in a spiritual realm. They would rather be in an emotional and spiritual realm than this earth. So Pisces people struggle with being a part of this earth, and they struggle with being grounded. That is one of the biggest, most difficult tasks for a Pisces to overcome here. Now, my job as a reader is to tell you guys what I know about, and astrology for me, I'm into both. It's literally two jobs, okay? To be an astrologer and to be a psychic, intuitive, and tarot card reader is like two freaking different jobs. So if I'm not perfect at combining them both, I'm sorry, I'm trying. But to understand your karma is moksha, because you release yourself. Moksha is about detachment. And it's about relieving yourself of worries, of attachments, and being open to spirit and being a free soul. Soul's enlightenment is moksha. A soul feeling like they finally clicked with a purpose feels like moksha. And part of your karma, Pisces, if you have a prominent Pisces placement, prominent meaning sun, moon, or rising ascendant, and possibly a Rahu, or, it's the north node, maybe even a little bit of that Ketu, the south node. But those are going to be prominent things with your karma. And part of your karma that you should understand to help you achieve moksha is just because you know who you are and how you work, it's not moksha. It's not the enlightenment. Understanding self is not it. Conquering the self is moksha. Defeating your ego and defeating your natural desires, that's moksha. Learning to let go of what you want to be attached to. Now, the reason this is so important is Rahu, Ketu, north and south node of the moon in your chart. Ketu wants you to release. Rahu wants you to grab. Catch and release. If you learn to release, you're free. Now, Ketu is the one in charge of all release. Ketu's like, yes, that's my department. I cut you away from everything you want and desire. And then he finds peace. Sometimes the balance is the moksha. Learning to release just enough, but still hang on. So you need to find a healthy medium between Rahu and Ketu. You can't constantly isolate and you can't constantly release, because you wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't have enlightenment, you wouldn't have family, you wouldn't have love, you wouldn't have understanding. And more importantly, you wouldn't have worked on your soul, Pisces. When your soul says, screw them, I'm detaching, you need to face your fear. Communicate. Try to understand things from the other person's perspective. I want you to work on that because that is important for you. If you feel like you cannot communicate because it's too intense, it's too emotional, it causes too many arguments, and people just they get under your skin and you can't function. If you feel like that's you and you don't know how to keep a job long, or you don't know how to keep a relationship together, or you're always fighting, if that's you, if you're struggling in your relationships, Pisces, your karma that you need to work on is communication and understanding of other people, which is an unconditional love trait. You need to get out of your head long enough to feel like it's okay to let them believe untruths. It's okay to let them feel how they need to feel. But also with standing up for your truth, because a lot of your problem, Pisces, is the reason you don't like being around people is they want to change you and they want to just tell you what to do, and that's not what Pisces wants to hear. Pisces is like, don't tell me what to do, don't tell me what I need to do, and don't tell me who I need to be. This is why I pull away from you. This is why I isolate. So what's the remedy for that? Getting mad or sad and pulling away from them till they come to you and say sorry, but they didn't change their perspective. How does that fix anything? It doesn't. What you need to do is be flat out honest with them. Look, I'm not going to change my mind. This is how I feel. And this is how I think. I understand where you're coming from. I understand that I change ideas often. I understand that I'm always flowing into another energy and transforming all the time. And I understand that's hard to keep up with. But you need to understand that I love you for all your traits. You need to love me for mine. If I feel like I want to go here now, I want you to be able to flow with me. And if you can't flow with me, then I'm not going to force you to live your life under pressure and stress with me. You know, you need to be free enough to say that, because you have to give them honesty and you have to deliver the truth. But that is about you communicating, and you don't like confrontation. Pisces does not like confrontation, so you just avoid it or you blow up on them. Classic, right? Volcano. Well, you're going to blow up if you bottle it all up inside and they just keep attacking you. Don't let them attack you. You be on the offense. Don't be someone that starts fights, but stick up for yourself, by God. Don't be pushed and pushed and pushed until you blow. You have to, of course, take your time out, but engage. This needs a healthy balance, and the best way for you to do this is meditation. No one can do meditation better than a Pisces. Pisces, you get the #1 ribbon, you get the trophy, you get the complete ownership of being top at meditation. You're very good at this, and you know you are. You're a natural spiritualist. It's not hard for Pisces to do meditation. You might have a lot of thoughts behind your head, especially if you have a Virgo or Gemini trait. That's going to mess with you, and it may be hard to focus in meditation. But once you get the hang of it, once you do get in the groove of meditation, no one's going to do it better than you. So you're going to be able to find some balance through meditation, okay? Whew. What's going on in your near future? What's going on in your near future, Pisces? 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Okay. I have a very good news for you. Once you start communicating, and engaging with your people, whoever these people are, you don't have to fight anymore. You're not going to have a struggle. The more you engage, the more you communicate, the more you work at this, the more you give your effort, the less arguments you're going to have. I don't know if you realized, but a lot of your isolation is triggering the arguments, and it's triggering the confrontation, and it's triggering tumultuous waters. And you want to go to smoother waters, remember? Not tumultuous waters. So the less isolation you do, I'm not saying give up, because God knows Pisces needs isolation. But the less you do, and the more you engage, the more you defeat your karma, the more you learn how to communicate better, the more you get back in control and power of what it is you want and need. And just the more people understand you and the more you understand them. You have to get to know someone. And this is getting to know someone on a deeper level, and stop avoiding it. Get to know them. Get to understand them. How do you feel about this? You feel confident. Three of Pentacles. You're like, I'm willing to work on it. Your Pentacles. You're going to give it a go. Okay? But you're afraid that they may leave you. You're afraid that this may cause a separation. You try to avoid it so it doesn't create more problems. How does your person feel about this? The Hierophant. Committed to you. Two of Swords. They're open. Like, whatever's whatever. They're open-minded. I think your fears are getting the best of you, Pisces. You think by being honest and communicating and working on this with someone, they're going to leave you. So we definitely have a Pisces that's suffering from abandonment issues. The more you reveal who you are, the more someone's not going to want you. That's how you feel. Work on that karma. Work on that abandonment issue. It may be from this life or a past life, but that abandonment is a real issue for you. And work through it, because they are very committed Hierophant. They've already decided you are family for life, or you're a lover for life, and they have no intention on changing their mind. They've already made their decision. They're not at a tug of war of the heart. They're not curious. They're not exploring options. They know it's you, okay? They know it's you. They want you, and they want to work on this with you. So there's security, and you don't have to worry about that. What is your challenge? What is your challenge? Give me the Pisces challenge. King of Swords, being honest. Tower moment at the bottom of the deck. Well, duh, that's a challenge. Your challenge here is to let those old beliefs that you had crumble. Beliefs that they're going to leave you. Beliefs that they think the worst of you. Beliefs that you're stupid or childish or ignorant underneath them. They're more intelligent because they're more grounded. They're more at one with life, and they're more on track with their lives and soul purpose because they're more earthy and grounded. No, no. Let those beliefs go. That's all bullshit. King of Swords says that's not the truth. That's just their path. Diffuse those belief systems. Let them crumble down. All your old, perspectives, all your old belief systems that used to make you worry and be in fear of being in contact with other people and communicating with them and befriending them and opening up to them because they're going to hurt you or they might leave you, let those go. It's not true. King of Swords says be honest and communicate with this person. And don't be afraid to hurt their feelings. I think you're dealing with someone that's pretty strong and they can take it if you deliver the message intelligently. And this is going to be work over time, slow progress, Knight of Pentacles. You know, this is going to be a constant work effort, but somebody wants to work at this with you. Okay, they love you. They're not going anywhere. Pisces, you're worried about nothing. This is either your kids or your lover or, a friend, whatever. It's like they're not going. So don't worry about being honest. Diffuse your abandonment issues. Spirit, what is the outcome for Pisces? Three of Cups. Oh, I love it. Look, I just want to show you. These are popping out in reverse. But 10 of Cups doesn't really matter. The bottom of the deck, whoops, is 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups in reverse. The end of the dark night. Okay, the end of emotions and distress and worry and anxiety and depression and regret. Okay, you get happy. happiness in exchange for worry and sorrows and loneliness and regret. And Spirit says, if you're willing to diffuse these abandonment issues, I'm willing to give you a really happy ending here. You guys are going to have a joyful connection. If this is your daughter or son, same thing. If this is a coworker, same thing. If you're single, you know, yeah, you don't have someone, but this is your ego talking, okay? This may not be your soulmate, but this is where your mind goes. Your mind goes to doubt. Your mind goes to constantly criticizing yourself. Your mind goes to hurting yourself, you know, and that's where your mind is going if you're single. And so you're afraid of abandonment issues, that no one who could love you, who could understand you, who could stick it out with you, because you're single and you're worried about all these things based on the past, and you're just trying to avoid confrontations and avoid exposing who you really are, because if that's true, then who's going to be there with you? You know, this is conquering that, defeating those things. And as far as work goes, you know, you do need a more balanced life with work. You need fun and you need work, but you need to work on a balance. The best way to do that is through schedules, calendars. Written things are going to help you just keep on track. You're going to have to change some of those things with that tower. That's your challenge. King of Swords says, get organized. Get organized, Pisces. Get a calendar. Write out every day of the month what needs to happen. You know, they're goals. You don't have to do them. You can be flowy, but just have some kind of direction. If you have something marked out for a Saturday and you decide you just want to stay home and veg, you can change it up. But at least have a goal so you have a choice when that day arises. It's better than just coming into a day feeling super emotional and super back and forth and not having direction. That makes you feel like you're spiraling out of control. Remember, part of your karma is to get balanced and communicate with yourself better and other people better. Let's get another little oracle here as we close. The Spirit, unseen forces watch over you, Pisces. You are protected. You are in deep connection with your spirit guides. Look at this, the dragon, strength and wisdom, bottom of the deck. You are very wise. And don't believe that other people are more wise than you just because they're grounded. Don't worry about that. You live in the water. They live on land. You don't need to be grounded, okay? You don't need to be grounded. You will triumph over adversity as long as you're able to work with yourself better and understand who you are and get yourself a little more acclimated with people, okay? You don't want to hide in fear because of your issues. You want to conquer your issues. So anyways, in the extended, I'm going to go into what's upcoming with love. We're going to see what that love life situation looks like. I'm also going to see what's going on with work and career, get some advice in that arena. And lastly, we'll get some messages from Spirit. Okay, some more advice for you to help you out through your journey. So if you guys are so inclined to see the extended, you can go to jks1111.com, purchase the monthly extendeds, or just click off and be done with this reading. Thank you so much for watching this. If you missed the oracles in the beginning of the reading because you came in later, these were the oracles and I read from them and they're beautiful. And it was variance and transformation. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what's going on with Pisces in the oracle arena, you would want to go there. I will be pulling from this deck, the Enchanted Map, for a direction from Spirit in the extended. Okay, so I love you guys so much. Conquer your demons. You got this. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're wise. You're intelligent. And you are super loved. There's no need to fear. Thank you so much for watching me. And please remember to hit that like button. An appreciation, okay, on your way out of this video. And I'll see you guys later. Lots of love. And remember, like I always say, this life is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming. I'll see you guys. You have a great day too. Bye, markers. I love you guys. Be well. My love and my heart and my light is with you. Bye-bye.